So, when are you going to be the free being that you are right now? Recognizable to you. When? When are you going to achieve letting go of all the obstacles to being the unlimited being that you are right now? What's going to determine it? What determines when you go free? Your want to. When you want freedom more than anything else in the world, you'll get it pronto. So you're all telling me you want freedom with the yes, but I gotta take the bondages with me. And the two do not coincide. Okay, so the next best thing is to cater to your wants. We need advanced courses to keep pulling up from suppressed areas the blinders, the feelings, the programs. It's a very good deep realization that resistance holds you back. Now, resistance turns out to be that mechanism of holding the suppressed garbage suppressed. If you could throw your resistance out, all the suppressed feelings would come up and expend themselves, and you would be free. When your resistance is zero, you are free. So don't fight the world, let it be. Everything everyone is chasing after in the world is chasing rainbows. And you know what that means. You try to grab a hold of a rainbow and you've got an empty hand. It's just chasing rainbows, looking for things in the world. Because everything there is in you now. So again, you've got to let go of your feelings. Approval, control, security. When your feelings are up and out, your mind is naturally quiet. And you're self-obvious to yourself as to the fact that you are whole, complete, perfect, eternal. Are there any other questions?
Yeah, just sort of similar to Laura's question, but like in writing music or something, which is, where is the ego in that? It seems like you're just sitting back and...
Let it flow out of you. Don't be Ralph the composer. Just be your beingness.
Let it be effortless.
You write the greatest music, you'll out Amadeus the armadillo.
Write it off for overnight, I mean.
At the age, he started at 4, next time you start at the age 1. No? But all that greatness comes from our center. But recognize it as such. Then you can transcend it.
Do you mean then recognizing it as such in using whatever you're creating to bring up the feelings to let them go?
Yes.
Oh, good, that excuse.
I get stuck there. I don't do things because I get confused between just being and,
Yeah.
doing a lot of things.
If you're not confused, you're free. However, you have a map to take you all the way in 6 steps. Anyone using the 6 steps continuously will go free in a matter of a month or 2 or 3. So what's out is your want to. When you want freedom more than anything else, you'll carry out those 6 steps. You would carry out those 6 steps without me ever mentioning it to you. You do it naturally if you wanted freedom more than you want things in the world.
That's what you mean by using the will to go free. You choose whatever you want to stir up the feelings.
Yes. You use the world to stir up, to bring up the feelings so you can let them go. Therefore, it's only through the world that you transcend it.
That's why the higher goals you go for will just stir up more and more feelings, deeper and deeper feelings. So it's really good to go after high things, to stir up the low
It's
feelings.
good to release on your goals. Not to go after them, but to get up the blocking feelings so you can release the feelings. The way you put it, it was good to go after the goal. It's good to release your feelings about the goal.
Oh, that's great. That's what stops me releasing, going after the goal, and not doing the releasing.
Yes. Tom?
There's something I noticed that happened. I did my first go in the summer, and even though I tried not to, I found myself caught up in the ego part of that whole thing. And it became confusing. I didn't know where it should be in my life, and if I should even continue with anything. The only thing I could come up with is to use it, if I do it, to use it for releasing.
That's it. That's what this is all about. Use everything for releasing. Summed up, every last thing you do in your life is a waste of time except releasing. So if you're not releasing, you're wasting your time. But if you're doing it and releasing, you're not wasting your time. So you do it and release. Everything you're chasing after in the world will disappear like a rainbow. But the freedom you gain is eternal. This is what Patrick O'Neill caught. His world hasn't stopped. He's getting better commercials, better parts, without effort, because he's releasing. It's funny, I said to him right outside here, Pat, you can be the #1 actor in the world. You know, he's not a child anymore. I don't know how old he is, but he's on in years. It's a funny thing to say to him at this late stage of the game, that he could become the #1 actor. But he bought it. And I guess he's going to let it happen instead of trying to force it to happen. And who knows, maybe he'll go beyond that and not have to do that. Can you see the great ones looking for parts in Hollywood? And so what I'm saying is that you've got to reach a place where you let go of the world. You use it to transcend it, you get above it. That's why you wouldn't find Yogananda and Jesus and Buddha looking for a job in Hollywood. Digging for oil to get more and more materiality. They're above materiality. There's a place. Someday you'll discover it. Everyone hits it sooner or later. There's a place beyond this world, which you see when they achieve it, they let go of the world, and their total materiality is just the dress that they're wearing at the moment. Because where they are living is beyond the world. Not in it, subject to its limitations. And the higher, the freer you go, the less the incentive to go all the way, because things get better and better and better. Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I have one, Lester. Reference to the what determines when. You said want to.
That's it.
The want to, the want for the joy of it all, the want for the truth, supplies the energy or supplies the allowing what's there to come up easily rather than feeling you have to dig or effort for it.
Yeah.
So it's like opening up.
Have you discovered that when you release, you're happier?
Yes.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with making that constant?
Nothing.
Why don't you do it? Ask yourself, why don't I make it constant and go all the way in a matter of weeks? The answer is you don't want it.
Yeah.
You want the world.
The sense of having a mission to fight against the negativity. It's like the negativity was there, and that gave me a sense of purpose. I mean, the silliness of it.
But asking yourself, why don't I go all the way, might give you the realization of why you're holding yourself back, wanting misery more than the ultimate joy. How long should it take you to do a 3-month job? Did you ever ask yourself that question?
Yes.
All right, you know what the answer is now. You just gave it to me. You know, the Bible sums it up in 2 sentences, and I think both sentences are capitalized in the Bible. The first is, I am that I am, meaning I am the amness of the universe. I am the beingness of the universe. And the second sentence is, be still and know that I am God. If you can get your mind quiet, you know that. And what I'm intimating is that the truth has been put out from the beginning of time. In our time, I would say in the last thousands of years, the truth has been spoken and certain ones have told us what to do. And we haven't done it. So what are we doing? We're going to do it. We're going to knock out our external props, which leaves one direction only, that is to go within and discover what we are. But that's the hard way. I say do it before. You don't have to do it the hard way, but I really don't know anyone who's done it the easy way. So I expect to see people going free in large numbers in the next decade.
So, is what you're saying that, like, to fight against, like, to become an ecologist or to try and save these things is just holding it in mind and just contributing to?
It's a waste of time. Can you see that? It's a total waste of time. Trying to make the world a good world. Making the world a good world is substituting the present iron chains that are binding us for nice golden chains that bind us. A good world, it would be a binder on us. But golden chains instead of iron chains. So it's a waste of time. It's in the wrong direction. Transcending the world is the right direction. Everything of the world is of limitation. So just discover what you are, and you'll have the ultimate answer. And when you discover what you are and get the answer, after that, all answers come to you immediately. Once you get the answer, every other answer falls into line without effort after that. Makes the world a pushover. You had a question? Yes.
Ask about where's prayer? You should be praying. That's part of the thing.
Where is prayer?
What is it?
Prayer is for those who are ignorant enough to think that I have to go outside of myself to get something that's within me. The infinite beingness of the universe, called God, is the infinite beingness, which is your beingness.
How about praying to the spiritual leaders that would want?
In the sense that you're submitting a bit of your ego, it can be helpful. In the sense that it keeps you in the direction of going free, it could be helpful. But someday you'll see that all the great ones existed in your mind. That all the great ones are your creation. It's in your mind that you see me, yourself, everything, the great ones. Waft the mind out, it's all gone. And what's left over is beingness, not being confined to a body. I guess I wouldn't be very popular in the realm of organized religion. Religion in general is in the direction from the bottom. Religion tries to inspire us and get us above the garbage. And it's not helpful. I think they would be better off if they pushed us into the garbage and made us so uncomfortable we would have to release. But inspiration, I don't see as helpful, because it lifts you above your garbage without showing you how to get rid of it. And when you see what is, there's no spiritual material. It's all one and the same thing. It's a matter of degree of the same thing. Everything that people call material is actually spiritual. It's creation to the degree that we create. And that's spiritual. That isn't material. Separation is not a good direction. Unifying everything is better. So separating spiritual, material, physical, mental, and all that isn't helpful if one wants to discover one's freedom. But if you want to pray, that's up to you. So I sum it up by saying, why pray for it? Create it. Make it. It's a higher place. You can have being do whatever you will or desire if you'll release the blocks, the feelings. That's the way to go for it.